Good evening, everyone. It's the 16th of February. It's Thursday evening. I'm starting a little bit earlier tonight. Seems like if I let it go past about 7:30, I get really tired. So I'm starting a little earlier tonight. I've entitled this video, "The Lord Reigns." And even though I have kind of a gravelly voice, I'm going to try to sing for you a song, "The Lord Jehovah Reigns," written by Isaac Watts. It's great words to this song. The Lord Jehovah reigns, and my all state maintains. His head with awful glories commands, arrayed in robes of light, begirt with soft and rays of majesty around. I don't think I got the right tune. You want to help me with this? Huh? Upheld by his commands, thy world securely stands, and skies and stars obey thy word. Thy throne was fixed on high, before the starry sky. Eternal is thy kingdom, Lord. In vain the noisy crowd, like billows fierce and loud, against thy empire rage and roar. In vain with angry spite the surly nations fight, and dash like waves against the shore. Let floods and nations rage, and all their powers engage. Let swelling tides assault the sky. The terrors of thy frown shall beat their madness down. Thy throne forever stands on high. Well, I had my coach in the background. Rosette coached me through that. Thank you, Rosette. Tonight I want to do a little bit of a book review of books again that I would highly recommend to get into your library if you can. I'm not opposed to books. I have read a number of books in my life. Now, I haven't read all the way through all of these books, but I have looked at some of the contents of the books, and they're very excellent. The first one I want to recommend is called An Exposition of Hebrews by Arthur W. Pink. An Exposition of Hebrews. It's a very comprehensive work. This 1,293 page book has got a lot of gems in it, I can tell you that. And you can get all of pretty much all of Pink's books from Baker Bookhouse. Okay. Just to give you a flavor of some of the things that are in this book, the superiority of Christ over the prophets, Christ's superiority to angels, Christ's superiority to Moses, he's superior to Joshua, to Aaron, his infancy and his maturity, the twofold workings of the Spirit, two classes of professors, Christian perseverance, the anchor of the soul. There's so many chapters in this book. It's a total of 127 chapters. So you can really get your boat loaded on that one. The other one is, which is really, I like even better, I think, is the Gospel of John by Arthur Pink. It's an exposition of the Gospel of John, and this again is another 1154 pages. It's a 72 chapters in this book, and he just goes through the whole Gospel of John. You can see it's a thick book. He goes through the whole Gospel of John, and it's quite a work. And again, that's available through Zondervan bookstores. I don't endorse Zondervan or Baker. That's just where you can get them from. The Banner of Truth Trust has, Arthur Pink used to do a little paper called the Studies in the Scriptures, and the Banner Book Trust put together a compilation in 1946 and 1947 of the Studies in the Scriptures. 1946 and 1947, and I have both of those books, and they're very good articles taken from the Studies in the Scriptures. And again, you can get that from Banner Book Trust. Another really good book by Arthur Pink is this book, The Beatitudes and the Lord's Prayer. Again, you can get that through Baker Bookhouse. The Beatitudes and the Lord's Prayer. And then another great book is Gleanings in Genesis by Arthur Pink. Gleanings in Genesis. Tremendous exposition of Genesis by Arthur W. Pink. Very good book. Excellent book. And then finally, I'm going to recommend the book I wrote. It's a short little book from this little pea brain. It's only 43 pages. You can get this from Lulu.com, or I think you can get it through Walmart.com, or maybe Barnes & Noble and Amazon, I don't know. But The Lies of Free Will, Do You Control Your Own Destiny? And it's only 43 pages, and you could probably read this whole book within an hour and a half. And it covers a lot of the history, the origin of the lies of free will, Pelagius and the teachings and the Reformation, James Jacob Arminius, John Calvin in contrast to biblical truth, free will lies against original and total depravity, free will lies against predestination and election, free will lies against particular redemption, free will lies against the unfailing grace and eternal life. Chapter 8, George Whitefield and John Wesley and Augustus Toplady. Chapter 9, Exposing the Lies of C.I. Scofield. Chapter 10, Exposing the Lies of the Holiness Movement, Charles Finney and Dwight L. Moody. Chapter 11, Evangelicals and Catholics Together. Chapter 12, Dr. James Dobson and Focus on the Family. Chapter 13, Billy Graham, the Southern Baptist Convention and the Mega Churches. Chapter 14, Rick Warren's Purpose-Driven Lies. Chapter 15, The Biblical Gospel Proclaimed. Now I want to make a statement about this Asbury College revival going on. They're trying to liken it to the Great Awakening. Now, there were two parts of the Great Awakening. Part of it was false teaching, and part of it was doctrinally biblical teaching. The biblical teaching was from George Whitefield. The false teaching was from John Wesley. Asbury College is a Wesleyan, holiness, free will, Arminian college. Anything that comes out of that college is false, because it has the wrong foundation. And so these people that are touting this great revival going on and all that, just realize that it's coming from false teaching like Billy Graham and Charles Finney and Dwight Moody and many of the other free willers from the past. So I just wanted to bring that out tonight too. I also want to let people know that I've put another order in for some books, and you can get any of these books from lulu.com. You can get Biblical Christianity, you can get The Global Lies, this book here, there's actually two of these books. The Vatican Jesuit Global Conspiracy, by the introduction. The book is by Walt Stickle, and we have book 1 and book 2, and then so you can get both of those on lulu.com. You can get Biblical Christianity, you can get The Lies of Free Will, you can get Phillips versus the State of Missouri, you can also get the book Poems for Edification, volumes 1 through 5, and then you can get the book I guess I don't have any more of those. I guess I've given all those out. God does not love everyone, but He does love His elect from everlasting to everlasting. That's 352 pages of scriptures that I spent quite a bit of time pulling out from the Old Testament through the New Testament, showing the absolute sovereign grace of God. So that's really what I had on my mind tonight, is just to kind of give you a preview or a purview or a summary of some of the books that I've enjoyed over the years. You all know how much I love The Sovereignty of God by Arthur Pink. That's a must read. And also anything by Arthur Pink after he came out of dispensationalism is good. So I'm going to conclude that tonight. I hope you all have a blessed evening. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me. Go to larrywphillips.com, go to my contact section, and I'll be happy to try to answer any questions you might have. God bless.